Hey there everyone, Captain BEARDZ here, bringing you another Pokemon Sword and Shield video. Let's get it. Alright guys, as you can see, I have my third shiny. Now, do know, I'm going to teach you a way on how to do this with a shiny and how to do this without even worrying about a shiny. If you're simply concerned about just getting a competitive ready Pokemon, then yes, this video will help you out. But if you also are concerned about getting a competitive ready shiny Pokemon, then this video is right up your alley. Now, I'm not going to go into too much details on some of these things because I do want to get into the part where I start boosting up the Score Bunny. But as you can see on the right side there, my Score Bunny, the IVs of my Score Bunny are both best, pretty good, best. That means this dude is almost max IV'd, right? So all I have to do is boost up the defense and I'm good to go, which only requires one bottle cap. Super easy to do, right? And then of course, as you can see on my left side here, these are the two Pokemon I bred together. I bred a Ditto, which I called it 5 IVs because he does have 5 best IVs, and he's from my JPN account. And then I got this Score Bunny. Now what I did to get the Score Bunny is I gave this Ditto the Destiny Knot, right? And then I kept breeding. You'll see here in my pages. I kept breeding a bunch of Score Bunnies, right? Until eventually I got to the point where I had Score Bunnies with very good IVs, just like this. And then the next thing I did was I tried to find a Score Bunny with a Jolly Nature, because the Jolly Nature is what I wanted. And then as you can see here, this Score Bunny here does have the Jolly Nature. You got a 10% in speed increase and a 10% decrease in special attack, which is perfectly fine for me. So what I gave this Score Bunny here is the Everstone, so that way he can pass on his nature. And then all I did from there was I bred this Score Bunny with the Everstone, and I bred this Ditto with the Destiny Knot, and thus passing on at the least 4 best IVs, but I was getting very lucky with my 5 best IVs. So going back to this shiny here, sorry, a lot of pages, a lot of stuff going on here. So being that there, you don't have to do this, right? You don't have to do all this work. I simply went 330 eggs and finally got this shiny. But it could take you a lot longer. For instance, my Grimmsnarl literally took me 1,139 eggs, and my Charizard only took me 30 eggs. So the numbers are way off. It's kind of crazy. So do understand, guys, that if you are doing what is called the Masuda method, it could be a little bit tricky for you. Now, if you are skipping the shiny part, you don't really care. BEARDZ, I don't really care about getting a shiny competitive. Then you would simply stop at that point. You would breed your Score Bunny until you get the nature you want. Once you got the nature you want, you would give the Score Bunny the Everstone, breed the Score Bunny with a Ditto that has good IVs. Doesn't matter if it's a Japanese Ditto, doesn't matter if it's an American Ditto, it doesn't matter at all. Breed that with a Ditto, and then your next egg should come out and look something like this. Hold on. There you go to my final page here, and I got a lot of Score Bunnies still. Go to my final page here. It might look something like this. This Score Bunny here has a Jolly Nature, speed increase, special attack decrease, and he has very good IVs. Nothing. He doesn't have 5 out of 6, but he does have 4 out of 6, which is amazing in itself. And then once you have that, you don't really care about the shiny, and then you can move on to the next step. Now, the next step does involve the reset glitch. Now, you can do this online or offline. I've been doing it offline, and it's been working perfectly for me. So I flew over to this daycare here, and then I went to this little den here, and I set it up on a purple, but you could set it up on a red. Doesn't really matter. Once you have that all set up, you're going to go ahead and go over to the town map. Bada bing, bada boom, and go over to the Motostoke Pokemon Center. Now, do know you probably want to beat the game to do all this stuff, but you don't have to. But I still recommend it, especially since you do want to be able to see your Pokemon's IVs. If you are trying to get a competitive Pokemon, guys, understand that IVs is kind of important. So you probably want to be able to see the IVs. Anyway, so then you're going to go ahead and talk over to the PC, and you're going to get yourself familiar with the check Poke Jobs. Now when you go into the check Puka jobs page, you're going to be greeted by all these help wanted stuff, but what you're interested is in the bottom stuff right here. Now this is where the research comes into play. So for every Pokemon there's different builds. So for instance, you're not going to build every single Pokemon HP and attack because you think that's the greatest thing to do. Wrong. Every Pokemon is built a little bit differently, and you will find best builds out there. All you have to simply do is type in a Pokemon's name on Google, and I'm pretty sure you can find different builds and different stuff for them. Like Scorbunny, for instance, here, or Cinderace. He has quite a few different builds. One of his most popular ones is the EV training in his attack and speed, which is exactly what I'm going to go with because that's what I want my Scorbunny to have, EV trained in attack and speed. So we're going to do attack first. So you see here, got the attack seminar. Go ahead and click that. Do you want to take this job offer? Yes. And then continue here. Now I would pick the Pokemon that I want to train in attack. In this case, it would be my brand new shiny Scorbunny, which I want to make sure he's trained in attack. So I'm going to go ahead and select. You can't select the Pokemon in your party. Okay, so now I got to go ahead and switch that over. So let me go ahead and move this around. Move a few things around here. Now you guys know, don't select the Pokemon in your party. Which makes no sense to me, but fine. Now the beautiful part about this is you can also, and I'm going to show the other method of doing this too. I'm not just going to show the glitch method. I'm going to show the normal method too. Go to check boxes here. Nope, go to check Puka jobs here. And then go down to the attack one, because that's what we want our Scorbunny trained in. Attack seminar. And then let me go ahead and click my Scorbunny here. And I'm going to press check summary before I do this so I can show you guys he is not trained. He is not EV trained at all. So as you can see there, that little center dark yellow circle, he is not EV trained at all. Right? So brand new fresh Scorbunny doing this just for the video. Go ahead and click him, select. Now you can select a total of 10 Pokemon here. So if you look up a bunch of Pokemon, look up if any of them need to be trained in attack EVs. And if that's the case, pick 10 of them and you can go ahead and train them up. Now once you've got your selection, go ahead and press B, press done. You're good to go. And then they like, do you want to send your Pokemon? Yes, I would like to send my Pokemon for the whole day. Make sure you always pick whole day. Now you need to do this training a total of 3 times to max out one of their stats. So gonna go ahead here. Now I'm gonna show you the whole thing, me doing it once, the whole thing, and then I will show you me, then I'll skip forward to the point where I have them completely trained out on attack. So now I'm gonna fly back over to the daycare center in the wild area. Go over to my purple beam of light. Now like I said, you can set it up on purple or you can set it up on red, doesn't matter. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the reset glitch. Go ahead and press invite others. Now that that's going, press the home screen, go to my system settings, go all the way down to system, go all the way down to date and time, go ahead and move 1 day up, okay, press the home button again, go back into Pokemon, back out of this, yes. And if you did it right, you'll know if you did it right because the den will actually glow red and you can actually pick up some watts for this. So you can also watt farm. Back out of that, just wanted to pick up the watts. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fly back over to this Pokemon Center here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Go into the Pokemon Center. Talk to the computer. Now do note, if the job is not complete, go ahead and check Puka jobs. If the job is not complete, then what you do is go ahead and move up another day. Go back to the den and increase it 1 more day and it should be complete. And if it's not complete, that means you did something wrong. But as you can see, 1 day is all it took and it's completed. Pokemon's going to come back. Get this whole little cheer animation. You train for a whole 10 seconds. Awesome. And it's going to show you that he's got 96 plus in his base attack, which is amazing. Now, you also get a couple little rewards from it. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you my Pokemon here. He's in my box. That's A-OK. And of course, where did they put him? Did they put him in box 1? They put them right here. Okay. So then we go over to check summary. And as you can see here, his attack is now being boosted up. I'm going to go ahead and do this 2 more times. His attack will be maxed out, and then we'll move on to the next one, which is going to be speed, which should in total probably take me less than 5 minutes. So I will be right back. Alright, so that was about 5 minutes. If you're very fast with it and fluent with it, you can get it in about 5 minutes where you can max out 2 stats. Now do understand, guys, do not rush. Do not rush this. Make sure you take your time with it. Make sure you confirm that you are doing the stat that you want to increase. Do not forget to double check things. Do not forget to reset the day, all that other stuff. And just make sure you're consistent with it and make sure you're being very careful. Because once you F up one of these stats, I'm not going to say it's hard to reset it, but it is kind of a troll, especially if you're doing it with the shiny. If you're doing it with a shiny, it's like a one-shot thing. Once you mess up a stat, then you have to do the whole berry system where you weaken their stat with berries and stuff, which kind of sucks. Second thing, as soon as you get your shiny, do not, and I repeat, do not take it to a battle. Do not put it in your party. No, send that shit straight to the box until you EV train it completely. Now do note, you'll still see that dark yellow and that lighter yellow, which means he is not done completely EV training. That means I have to pick one more stat that I want to slightly increase. Now for me, it would either be HP or defense, and there's 2 ways to do this. I can go ahead and stick them in for another whole day. Let me go ahead and show you. I can stick them in the PC box for another whole day, pick one of those things, and then go ahead and do the reset. Or I can simply do the other method, which is get one of my HP ups or vitamin ups or whatever is one of my bottles here. Let me go ahead and find it. Probably be here, right? Not too sure, but one of my bottles here, and then I think I have an HP up one. Go ahead and see if I have one so I can show you guys. There it is. Alright, so I could use one HP up thing, put it on the Pokemon, and then he's good to go and done. Now, that was the glitch method of getting one of your Pokemon's competitive ready. Now, obviously, you're like, well, BEARDZ, he's only level 1. What about being level 100 and having his movesets and stuff like that? Honestly, what I recommend for that is stick yourselves in some raids. Grind up those 5-star raids to get those extra large and large XP potions or whatever you want to call them, and then you'll have them blasting through the levels like nothing. Like if you see here, I'll go ahead and show you. I have 30 XP large candies. Let me go ahead and use them on him and show you how far he gets with that. Alright, so with 30 large XP potions, my Cinderace, our Score Bunny, was taken to level 66, and then I used the rare candy to go ahead and get him to 67 so he can get his full evolution down and done. Now, I just gotta say, this Pokemon looks absolutely beautiful as a shiny, and I'm so hyped that I actually got it. The black coated fur and everything like that, just absolutely beautiful. So, that being said, just running a few raids, get some potions, and you'll have your freaking Pokemon competitive ready in absolutely no time. Now, this has all been with the glitch method. Let me go ahead and show you guys what you would need to do if you go the other route, which is not the glitch method, which is the game method itself, without having to fight certain Pokemon. Like, you can go that route, which is pick certain Pokemon, pick a Pokemon that, for instance, gives a speed boost, and just fight that Pokemon until your heart's content, until your Cinderace here has max speed stat. Or you can go ahead and fly to a certain city, and that city is no other than Winden. Winden is where you're gonna go if you do not want to use the glitch method. You're gonna go ahead and go into the Pokemon Center here. You're gonna go ahead and talk to the guy on the right side, and he's gonna sell these special little bottles here. These bottles are going to give you your same EV training. They're going to bring up certain things, for instance, HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Now, do note, to max out a Pokemon completely through this method, takes about 520,000 pounds or money, whatever you want to call it. So you're gonna need a little bit over 500,000 pounds money, whatever you want to call it, to do this method, because you have to buy 26 of each of the stat you want to max out. For instance, say I want to do attack and speed just like I did before, I would have to buy 26 proteins, which is 260,000 pounds, 260,000 money, and I will have to buy 26 speed carbos here, which is another 260,000. So that equivalent would be 520. Now, on top of that, to max out one of your stats, you would have to buy a single one of these. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and buy the iron. It's a defense. Press yes. Now let's go ahead and use it on our Cinderace here, so that way we can see that nice little white glow. Make sure Cinderace is in my party. We're good to go there. Now let's go ahead and to our little new item here. I believe, yeah, it'll be at the bottom. New items are at the bottom. And let's go ahead and use it on Cinderace. Cinderace's defense rose. Go over to Pokemon. Not swap Pokemon. Check summary. And you're going to go ahead and see. Boom. Now that inner yellow, dark yellow that it was before is now white or gray. And that means his EVs are done. He is good to go. I can go ahead and take him into raids. I can take him into the wildlands. I can take him into any kind of grass. And I do not have to worry about messing up my EVs. Now, when it comes to leveling, fly through the levels. Don't worry about rearranging movesets. For instance, if you look at my Cinderace here, I'll show you here. He still has Growl, Quick Attack, and Ember, right? So don't worry about the movesets. The reason why I say this is once you get to level 100, then you want to concern yourself with moves. And say you missed a move, for instance, like Pyro Ball. Any Pokemon Center, you can go ahead and talk to this guy here. Remember a move. And go ahead and go to Cinderace here, select, and he's going to take you through all the moves that you went and skipped, and you can go ahead and learn. Sorry about that, guys. I had to cut out the whole end of my video. For some reason, my mic actually cut out some parts of it. But I just went on to say, make sure you go ahead and change your time settings back to synchronize. So just go back into your settings and stuff. And also, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that it was on the much longer side. And I'm sorry that my audio went and cut out at the end there. I do apologize for that. But make sure you guys go down there and smash that subscribe button and smash that like button. And as always, stay positive. Peace out.